And hello. Welcome, everyone. It's so great to have everyone back. We are just now going live after quite a long hiatus of having not been live. I see we have about 4 people who are joining in right now. And let's see, we have Outlaw Warrior. What's going on, buddy? How are you doing? Rhodey is in. Rhodey, I know exactly who you are. It's good to have you here. Spirited Debate, how are you? It's good to see you here. We're gonna give this just a few more moments because once again, it's been a little while since I have been live, and so I want to give some time for some other folks to hop in. Now, if you happen to miss this live, that's okay. It's be saved into the archives under lives, but because this is such a special live that we're doing, I'm going to be doing a separate video from this because we have a guest in this live this evening, so it's going to be, I hope, a fairly special event that we are going to be doing, and we'll be getting to our guest here in one moment. Hey, Peter, my buddy, how are you? I have said this before, and I will say it again. Peter, you have the best last name ever. Peter Yellowcloud. I love it. I think it is probably the most awesome name I have ever heard. And I'm saying that because my last name sucks. So, I can't tell you how many times I got teased as a kid because of my last name. Hey, is it time to turn the page? Yeah, bite me. Guys, I owe you an apology real quick. I remembered my K2. I forgot my phone that has the app on it, and so I'm sorry to do this to you. We've got Lucy and Lucy. How are you? Anonymous is in. Let's see. Lucy is saying, "Hey, Phil, who's gonna?" Well, thank you so much, Lucy. I appreciate that. You know, it's been a while since we've done this, and I forgot some of the controls that I have that I can do here. So I'm a little rusty, guys. So please forgive me. Rhodey is saying that she misses the lives and the members. I know that I have been MIA in regards to the lives, but we're getting back to a sense of norm. In case you might have forgotten, I chose to take a break a little while ago because I had to wrap my head around some of the comments that were coming through and that were being filtered through. So I just needed to relearn how to handle some of that. And it's something that I've been dealing with lately in regards to, it just seems that there's more and more negativity that's happening in our world today. And I try not to focus on it, but every now and then, you know, it just kind of whacks you in the face. Susan, how are you? It is good to see you. I am being scolded right now by Rhodey saying, shame on me that I need to go get my phone. And you are absolutely correct, because the whole purpose of today's live is that we will be doing a live session here in a few moments. Once again, I have a guest who will be here, and I'm going to go into some of those details here in a little bit. I do want to get our greetings done, and I do want to there's an announcement I'm going to be making here shortly. Let's see. Rhodey. See, Phil, let people talk. You know. Yeah, I know. Dawn. See, Dawn is part of the Saving Ghost Patreon group, and she makes because Patreon members, as well as the YouTube private members for Saving Ghosts. We have private lives that we do. And Dawn she's down under, she's from Australia. And she always makes our group conversation so much more interesting. I've learned very, very quickly, never dare an Aussie to do anything because they will do it. So Don, it is great to see you. Squirrel Nuts, what's up? It has been, I love that picture. It has been way too long. It has way too long. And so I apologize for that. Like I said, we were getting back to a norm. Karen, how are you doing, my dear? It is good to see you. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. And Dawn is saying that she is well behaved. Dawn, please understand that there is being well behaved on a universal level, and then there's being well behaved for an Aussie. You are usually well behaved for an Aussie, and you know what? I will take it. For any of you who may not have ever actually been to Australia or ever spoken to anyone or had any friends who are Australian, I will tell you right now, you are missing out. Australians and Irish are two of the craziest, and I mean this with all the love in the world, and I mean this out of fun. Just two of the craziest groups of people I have ever had the joy of meeting. And I have a gut feeling that those from the Netherlands are going to be closely behind. I had a wonderful talk today with our guest who will be in here momentarily, and just I can't tell you how nice this guy is and how willing he is and how much he's going to be sharing with us. So like I said, we'll be getting to that in a little bit. Billy Bones, what is up? Billy Bones, also a member of our Patreon group. And she has her own sense of uniqueness that usually compliments Dawn very well. So I'm grateful for everyone who's coming in. We tried to work out a time that would work well for everyone, because I know there's people from all over the globe who are popping in, and I know this is a little early for some. This is probably a little bit later for others, but I think we're going to have a really, really good session. So, guys, tell you what, I hate to do this to you. Once again, I forgot my phone that has the HSB1 app on it. So give me one quick second, guys, and I'm going to go grab it, and I'll be right back. All right, so I am back. As you can tell, I got my phone. Again, it has the HSB1 app on it, and I'm absolutely loving this app. It took me a little bit of time to get used to it, to get familiar with how it works, and to kind of link into it, so to speak. But once you are tuned into it, I think the responses are really, really good. And it's a free download for anyone who's interested. I mean, it's not like you have to, spend any money on it or anything. So. So John saying that I made it in on time. For those of you who might not know, I have a really bad habit of, in the middle of our sessions, having to go to the bathroom. And it's only been recent that I've put in kind of this break so that you're not just sitting, looking at an empty chair while I'm going to the restroom. Uh, and I always come back late. I always think in my mind, I feel that I have, this powerful bladder that can just get everything done in enough time, and I never do. And so John here is giving me props for making it back on time. um, So, all right, guys. So, tell you what, we're gonna get cracking here just a little bit. One of the announcements that I wanted to make to everyone. I think all of you know how much I love my K2 meter. That I have used this thing in almost every single video. I've had great results with it, and I've been able to do a lot of really nice yes and no sessions with it. I am going to be auctioning this off. I will let you know when, and I'll let you know why later on. But my beloved, I couldn't tell if that was going off or not. My beloved K2 meter, I will be auctioning off. I'll be raffling it off. Okay. So for anybody who might be interested, that will be happening probably, I'm going to say probably in the next month, but I will keep you updated, and I will let you know how that process will go around. Okay. Let's see. Karen is saying going to the bathroom is not a bad habit. So now I'm gonna pause here for a little bit because I know there'll probably be some comments that'll be coming in, and I want to just make sure I'm not getting ahead of anyone. So, for those of you who might remember, about 3 videos ago, oh well, here comes the comments. So Billy Bones is saying, "Are you replacing it with a Super K2?" I kind of am. There is, for most of you know that I'm always on the lookout for equipment that can actually be used in scientific research, and I'm always looking for small form factor type of equipment. And this K2 has served me well for years. This is the K2 that I have been using since day one. And I have found something that I think will allow me to not just get a reading from one direction like these do, but get a full 360 reading of whatever room that I am in. And it will give me a digital announcement in regards to that. What's up, ITC? Thank you. Oh, excuse me. I have a sneeze. Maybe not. False alarm. Okay. ITC, thank you so much. Yes, I realize that it's almost midnight there right now. The guest that I have is actually from your neck of the woods. So I tried to work this out as best as I could for everyone who could come in at what I was hoping would be a decent time. So thank you so much for popping in. Hey, Ilya, what's going on? Happy to see you here. Yes, upgrades, technical upgrades. So some of you may remember, let's see if I can bring it up here. About 3 videos ago, I created, let me get it here. I created this video right here entitled, "He Chose to Leave His Body. Young man decided to say goodbye." So yeah, 4 videos ago, I created this, and this video was a request from one of our members, Monique, and I was I was happy about the results that came through, and in the same breath, the results that came through really made me question uh, what had happened with this young man. Well, uh, young man's name was Corey, and his brother Cliff reached out to me, and just a great guy. You know, I can't say enough about Cliff. Super, super nice guy, and he wanted to pop in, um, and he wanted to do a live session to see if maybe he could get some answers. See if we could reach out to Corey, see if he could get some answers, and I would like everyone to please welcome Cliff. Cliff is waiting right now, kind of in the wings, so to speak. And so, hey, Cliff, let's go ahead and get you in. All right. Everyone, please welcome Cliff.
I
There.
need to unmute myself next time.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I've been waiting around here, just sitting, just waiting,
Thank you.
secretly watching the messages.
Thank you so much for wanting to do this, being willing to do this. Um, you know, I want to go ahead and really just kind of give you the floor for a little bit and kind of update everyone um, on what has happened and why you're here and what you would hope to achieve from tonight.
The first thing I hope from tonight is that I finally found some closure after this because I cannot let it go, technically. I got my questions ready.
Okay.
Um, I'm the brother, the step brother. When Corey took his life, I was at work. Had closing. I needed to shut down the place. My dad called me, and in the voice call, my voice is already cracking, but in the voice call, I could hear it in his voice, the pain, the loss, and that was the night that changed my whole life. And from that day on, it went downhill from that day, actually. And all the questions I have from him, for him, uh, I cannot still get an answer of it. So, yeah, I'm hoping for the night that I'm getting some answers.
How close were you to Corey?
We talked every day, literally every day on Messenger. We video called. We normally called. I even called him up while he was at work. I Yeah, it was not a day that I didn't talk to him.
Okay.
So yeah,
Um,
true.
if you don't mind my asking this,
Nope.
when you got the news, obviously it took you by surprise. Was there any clue? Was there any issues that you might have suspected that maybe there was depression or maybe there was something going on in his life that maybe he wasn't telling you or the rest of the family?
The last thing that there's something maybe happened to him in his life over there. Um, that's something I'm thinking about because I got my theories.
Mhm.
Because I'm saying it's maybe about his ex-girlfriend. but we're not sure about it because, yeah, the answer we cannot get it. But um, if I'm making my own story about it, then I'd say it's about maybe school bullying, being with a girl that didn't work out, or something happened at work. Like a lot of things is coming in my head. Like, what is it?
Mm.
Is it a loss from grandma, or aren't you uh, feeling that you've been heard? Like that someone is willing to listen to you or something. I really I don't know. But he was always kind, was always happy. He loved his golfing hobby. He was an outgoing person. He was like a guy that was he rather gone mudding, like drive
Okay.
his truck and have fun with his friends and just do everything what he can do just to make someone else brighten up his day. So yeah, it's
Okay.
I really don't know if it's depression or something else that triggered him, but I hope I get my answer.
When we were talking about this initially, um, I was unaware of the bullying that was taking place at school, and it does make you wonder if, because I was bullied as a kid, and so I know what that can do to someone's self-esteem, what that can do to their self-image. And so if that plus the issues with the girlfriend, it does kind of make you wonder if
Exactly.
maybe he just fell into a really low place, and you know um,
Yeah.
unfortunately, you know
He just needed to contact me. That's the only thing that maybe could save him, because I would talk him out of it no time. I had more talks with him than the last one, so kind of thinking it's my fault. Also,
well, and I do get that. We do. I hope that you do know that there's some part of you that does know that it's not your fault. When we talk about people who who are in that mode, there are so many times we, as the outside viewer, we don't have a clue. We don't have an idea.
exactly.
They are able to mask it so well for the people around them,
Yep,
because
exactly.
they don't want to affect the people around
Yep,
them. We had mentioned during our private talk that my sister had done that, and so when she took her life, it really surprised everyone, and so there's no way you could have known. Um, and so please don't take that mantle on of it being your fault.
yeah, I know, but it's something like um I could have maybe, just try to stop it at least. That's the
Right.
feeling that's, still pulling. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I completely understand. Um, when we were talking earlier, I had mentioned that we can go at your own pace, that we can do this really however and whenever you want. So please don't feel rushed, don't feel obligated. This you're kind of directing the pace here a little bit. Is there anything that you would just want to say to the people maybe who are watching and who will be watching later on?
Well, I hope that people will be there for each other in need whenever you really feel like having a hand. Go grab that hand, because that could be a helping hand. And don't be an idiot. Just take that hand, because someday that hand is not going to be there anymore, and it cannot help you out anymore. And yeah,
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, and I think that's why all of the craziness that we are seeing in the world today really bothers me because we see people being mean. I think being mean for no reason except for just being mean, and we don't know what someone's going through. We don't know what's going on in someone's life, and
exactly.
it doesn't take a lot to just either censor yourself from saying something mean or just reaching out and checking in with someone saying, "Hey, how are you? Is
Yep,
everything all right? I haven't
exactly.
heard from you in a while." Um,
It does a
so,
lot with a person.
exactly. While we are talking, I want to turn this on.
About
Not,
that thing reacted when you were talking and you saw it reacting. It reacted.
it did. Oh, you mean earlier today?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay. The idea for those of you who may not know, the idea behind this is actually what's used in construction a lot of times to look for any electrical or radiation leaks that might be in a building. The paranormal world has adopted these for years because when we get into theory about this, my personal theory, anyways, is that consciousness is energy, and thermodynamics tells us that energy doesn't die; it simply moves on and goes on into entropy. And and if that's the case, if we now have a conscious, a self-aware energy source, it can interact with this, which will then make it light up. I make a point to show that I don't have magnets on my fingers or on the back of this because that is a way that many people fake their results, and it irritates me when that happens. So see Moonchild is coming. Hey Moon, how are you doing? So because we're talking about Corey, um, and the focus is on Corey, there is a chance, theoretically, that that attention could draw him in. So I just want to have this on just in case to see if maybe we get any blips off on it. I'm going to have this on during our session as well. The main app, like I said, will be ran from my phone. It will be projected through Bluetooth through the Willow box because, as most of you know, the Willow box, the front part of it has an EM pump, which will force more of that energy through. So I am going to have that on while we're doing this. Um, Cliff, before we go on any further, let me ask you, how are you doing right
I'm
now?
doing fine. I'm
Are
doing
you
fine. Yeah,
okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay. Just let me know when you are ready to move forward with this, and we will go at your pace. Okay.
Okay.
Hey Tamberly, how are you? So what I do want to do in the meantime is I'm going to turn on the uh, the HSB1 app, and I just want to see. I just want to make sure for everyone who's watching, and Cliff, you as well. Please let me know if you can hear this on your end. Okay. Are you guys able to hear that music coming in?
I'm hearing it a little bit, but I can make it out.
Okay. Hey, Rebecca, how are you? Okay,
Also,
so
for the people in the chat, if you got questions, just ask them. I don't mind answering anything.
well, if you're okay with that, yeah, guys, if you have any questions for Cliff or about what's happening right now, please let's go ahead and
I'm literally open for anything.
Billy Bones is asking if I'm going to be holding this the entire time. Probably because these don't have tripod mounts on the back. The one that I am working on right now does have a tripod mount, so I probably will be holding this. There's no other place for me to put it really. So okay, so Cliff
17.
17. Okay, so you saw that.
Yeah, it's going. I used to be an admin and moderator for a lot of pages, so I'm always checking the chat at the same one time, you know.
Gotcha. Okay.
But he was 17. I got the call on 10 of February. I started at the job at 6 of February. 10 of February on 2 a.m. midnight. I got the call from my dad that he passed away. I took my bicycle. I was suicidal that night. I'm just honest. I was at the train tracks. I called my ex-girlfriend. She talked me out of it. I gone back home. I was just like a baby. I was just literally a baby. I couldn't talk. I was just crying. Snot came out of my mouth, out of my ears, out of my nose, out of my eyes. It was horrible to see. And the only thing I can remember was we were talking about Corey that night, and all of my administration paper, literally every paper that I had on my table, flew on the other side of the room. I had every room closed, every window, every door, and from that day on, I've never had an experience ever again. That was literally my last one, and I knew that was Corey.
What do you think the intention was from Corey to throw the papers off the?
I really don't give a crap. I'm just honest. I was happy he was showing that he was there, that he was beside me, even if he was mad, or it just felt that I literally had my bro next to me, my little one. You know, we had nicknames for each other. He was the little one, I was the big one, and it was literally feeling that little one was standing next to me. That, yeah.
Okay. Now, Cliff, your mom is writing in, and I'm sure you can see her message down there. I'm not going to post it.
It's true. It's
Live,
true.
but so that did happen to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's a part that I personal hate because it makes me pissed and pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you never should put your hands on a kid, especially kids, women, anything wrong, you know? So,
Right.
yeah, she can
And,
rot in jail.
and that type of experience, um, especially if he was younger when that happened, that can really mess with your sense of belonging, your sense of worth, and
Exactly.
so it really sounds like that. Unfortunately, as he was getting older, these different instances, between that and being bullying and the issue with the girlfriend, it sounds like it may have just been too much
Yeah,
for. And I remember when I was about that age, I went through a phase of, um, why do I matter? Why am I here? Is anyone going to miss me if I'm even gone? And had those thoughts. I was too scared to act on it, but definitely had those thoughts. And so if he had something similar going through his mind at the time, because I think a lot of us can relate to kind of falling into a dark place.
true.
When,
Yeah, I gotta be honest. We both, um, me and Corey, both. Uh, how can I explain that? We both had abuse in our life. Like I've been abused. You've been abused, but I took it differently.
Mhm.
Like, and I think he took it also differently. But afterwards, it came back
Yeah.
like that. He was thinking about it. That he now got the puzzle pieces together. That his puzzle is complete.
When we were talking earlier, you had mentioned that you had seen the session that
Yeah.
that I now was there anything in that stood out to you? Was there anything that kind of hit home to you?
Yeah, the no. Exactly the no.
Okay.
When I heard no, the moment I heard you asking if he wanted to talk and he said no,
Mhm.
that no, w- it just rang a bell. And I gone through my Facebook through the videos,
Mhm.
and I saw a video of him having fun with a girl,
Mhm.
and the girl was videotaping him, and he was having fun. He was laughing like, "Ha ha ha! Don't videotape me."
Mhm.
No, and exactly that same no, I compared it with the video, and it was him, and that what was something I just gave me goosebumps.
Okay. Was he normally the type that wouldn't want to have a talk like that? Have a
Um,
like a deep, emotionally based
he was
talk?
always into a talk for me. Yeah, he was always into a talk. He will always make time. Um, Last time we video called each other, like it was broad daylight for him, was middle of midnight for me, and he
Okay.
was working on his truck, and that was literally the last time we video called. And afterwards, it went to texting.
Okay. All right.
I'm also gonna ask that question. That was my first question. Was that you, Corey, that throwing that paper?
I
He
think it's
was
no. Go ahead.
sorry.
No, no,
Oh
you're
yeah, Billy Bones just asked, did he not want attention drawn to him shy? He was a quiet kid. Yeah, he was on his own. Like he had friends, he had best friends, he had brothers, sisters, all that. But he was really on his own. Like he enjoyed it life with his grandma a lot and himself. He was at the golf club a lot. He worked it there. He was fishing a lot. He was a lot working on his truck. He was really a guy that was on his own.
So do you think that maybe that's why he, said no? He didn't want that kind of attention. Okay.
I think so.
So it wasn't like, no, I don't want to talk to you. It was just, no, I'm good. Thanks. No, I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Uh, all right, gang. Do we have any other questions for Cliff? And by the way, I just want to give a thank you for the respect that you're showing during this session for all of you who are watching. And Cliff, I want to thank you again for being willing to come through and discuss this.
Well, I can thank you and the community more for opening the portal for Corey to talk with me or anybody else, because this little guy needs to be heard, and now it's the moment.
What's the age difference between you two?
I'm 27, he was 17. Well, I need to be honest, I was 25, 24. I really can't remember that age time difference thing, but he was 17, 2019. I got the 2018. I got the call.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So you were quite a bit older than him.
I
Okay.
found out when my dad called me when I was 12. I'm just throwing this out here. I got a call when I was 12 from my dad. Um, I got a little trouble. I need to get some money. Um, I had quite a bit of money on the American bank account,
Hmm.
and I didn't know what happened. He needed a lawyer. He needed to go to court and the whole 9 yard. And I only said okay because that was the moment I also found out that Corey was in life, and that he was around, and that he was uh, getting to know me also.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Cliff, how are you feeling about moving forward with this and
I'm
a-
fine. I'm
asking your
fine by
questions?
that.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to get the session started here. Um, Many of you know that I will normally start a session with a prayer, a very non-denominational prayer. Um, and so that will happen here. And then I will hopefully set the scene. And then Cliff, after that, it's gonna be on you. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Dear Heavenly God, I thank you for this day which you have given. I thank you for Cliff being here this day, and I thank you for Monique allowing me to meet these wonderful people. I do ask that please make a way for Corey to come through and speak with his brother. Please allow that gateway and that doorway to please be open to allow Corey to come through. If there's any guides that need to come in with him, please allow that to happen. Um, Corey, if you want to come through and speak, we have your brother Cliff here, who would love to reach out to you, who would love to talk to you, who has questions. Um, so please come through. Hello, hello. This is Philip. Is there anybody here who would like to come through and speak, please? Trying to reach Corey Hogue. Corey? Corey, your brother Cliff is here. Would you like to come through and speak? Okay, Cliff, it's all you.
Hi, little man. Why did you do it? Oh, you at grandma? You found rest.
Yes.
Was it painful for you to walk away from Dad when you gave him the hoodie and the money and said him that you loved him? Couldn't
Okay.
hear that one.
This. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't have this on camera. Corey, are you here? If so, can you light this up again, please?
Corey, can you put that K2 on light, please? Can you come through, Corey? Were you the one that threw all the administration to me when I was at my ex-girlfriend in her lab? Did you receive the message I wrote for you? Why did you do it? How's heaven? Where did you go wrong? Where did it go wrong? Dad still got the truck though. Your little brown mean machine, what do you called it? That's what I also thought, that he said perfect.
For those of you who are watching, if there's something that you think that you hear come through, you're more than welcome to please put it into the chat.
Are you close with Cindy now? Couldn't hear that one. Fuck.
Here, Cliff.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. Let's take a moment. I'm going to switch over to another device that might be a little easier to hear in real time. Okay. So, um,
Exactly. Corey, can you please let you hear yourself better?
Corey, buddy, this is Phil. I'm with your brother, Cliff, okay? I have another device here. It works the same way. If you want to speak to your brother, if you want to pass any messages on, you have two ways that you can communicate with us, okay? You are more than welcome to take the noises that this device makes and form words, okay? Also, please feel free to touch this device. It will light up, letting me know that you're here. I thought I saw it light up earlier, but I can't prove to anyone that actually happened. Okay, so you have two ways. I mean no harm. Again, I'm here with your brother Cliff. All right. Okay, Cliff, buddy, it's all you.
Corey, are you here? Just like we always used to say, I'm requesting a hug. Are they there? Corey, you know I love you, right? Did you enjoy your job at the golf course? Corey, please come through, buddy. Why did you do it at the at the favorite pond at Dad and yours fishing spot. Why did you do it there?
Cliff, may I ask a question, please?
Go for it.
You said that when he did this, he did it at the fishing spot.
Yeah, at the favorite fishing spot of me and of him and my dad.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Hey, Corey, buddy, this is Phil. If you're here, can you let me know, please? Did you, when you decided to leave your body, did you choose the fishing spot because of the fond memories that you have there?
Home.
Again, I am asking for Corey Hogue only to please come through and to please manipulate these sounds so that we may be able to have some sort of communication. Corey, your brother Cliff, is looking for closure. He's looking for understanding. We are not pointing fingers. We are not blaming. We are not judging.
I'm here to help, little one. Please let me do that.
Here, I'm gonna do something different here.
Corey, please touch that device. Can you make those lights flicker?
Hey, Corey. I welcome you to come through. Okay. All you have to do is just take your hand, take your energy, and just touch it to this. If you can give us just one light, that would be fantastic, okay?
Why Eric's father's gun? Corey.
Cliff, I'm going to turn it down so that you can ask your question, okay?
Corey, please let that device do something. Corey, why? Why? Just why? Why didn't you just call me? Was Dad always away from home? Is that why you did it? Mm. Corey, please come here and talk to us.
I heard, I'll talk. And there's something, then I heard a help. Miss you.
I miss you too, little one.
Corey, was that you that just came through and said miss you? I thought I heard a miss you.
Was that you, Corey?
Is there anybody who was here with Corey?
How am I able to help with the pain? Hello. Corey.
Is Cindy here?
Grandma? Grandma?
Is there please any way that you can give us some confirmation? We're not asking for anything major. Just if you can please just put your hands, your energy onto this.
Corey, make yourself known. Don't be a hard ass. Come on, let yourself known. You always was a hard ass. Let me talk to you, little one, please.
So, Cliff, as we are doing this, there are some phrases that I think are coming through. You can start to actually hear fragments. And I think once we go through this and once we play this back, I think we are actually going to have some responses. It's really hard to hear it in real time, but once we go through it, I think we're going to be able to hear some of those responses. I have to apologize to you. I'm upset with myself because when I had
Don't matter.
I had
I
the
know it's him.
computer over here, it lit up to about midway, just real quick, and I didn't have it on camera to show you that. And again, for those of you who are watching, if you think you are hearing something come through, I welcome you to please put it down into the comments section, because I'm not able to catch everything as it's coming through. And since we have a small community here, I know multiple ears are better than just, the four that Cliff and I have. Okay, so Rhodey is saying that it did light up in the beginning. Okay, so if this lit up at the beginning, again, I welcome you to come through. Just simply put your hand on this, just quickly, just so that we can have some sort of a visual reference confirmation that there is spirit here with us.
Corey, can you touch that device?
Okay, I thought I heard someone say talk.
Let's talk. I'm here. I'm right now here. You can talk, Corey.
Who was that just came through and said, "Hey"?
Corey, why you gave the hoodie and the $250 to Dad before you took your own life? Why did you do that? Why not just go give it yourself?
Cliff, was he the kind of guy that if you asked him a question he would just say "cuz."
Yeah.
Because the reason I asked that is because when you asked that question, I thought I heard that answer come through. I thought I heard a "cuz."
That was him then, because that was his stop word. It was always like no or cuz or just because. It
Really?
was always like that, yeah.
Okay. Again, I'll be listening to this afterwards and kind of going through and um, filtering through the words. But I could have swore that that's what I heard.
Okay.
And if that's the case, Corey, I'm kind of curious. Are you? And I don't mean that you're doing it for any ill intent or anything like that. But are you in a way are you kind of playing with Cliff right now? So there's a male's muffled voice that has started to come through underneath the other
Twice?
voices, and it's that voice. It's that voice that said "cuz," and I'm wondering if maybe. And the reason I'm focusing in on that voice is because it's different than the other ones.
He had a pretty low voice, yeah.
Really? Okay. All right.
He had he had a deeper voice as me. Corey, did Diana do anything you didn't like while she was together with Dad? Were you happy? Did it make you felt fulfilling in the family? Who has found your body? Millman. Wait a minute, Millman. I heard Millman.
Hey,
He
Corey, if that's you in the background, buddy, can you speak? Can you come forward a little bit more, please?
I'm right here. Open armed, brother. I know. How's heaven like? Now I'm gonna ask it again. Who has found your body? What was the time you took off from dead?
Hey,
He's
Corey.
trying.
Cliff, did you hear something?
Yeah, he's trying something. The first thing I heard Millman, and something funny about Millman because the Millman has found his body in the car
Oh, okay.
at 8:30 in the morning.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's why I said like Millman. I heard Millman, but it was a female voice.
I just heard someone say okay. Oh, okay.
Stop playing, Corey. Come on, talk to me, brother. You were always an honest guy. Talk to me. Did you need help, Corey? Doesn't matter if the voice is. Come on, little dude. Come through, Corey.
Cliff, there is a chance that he has come through. This particular app is designed from both male and female, what are known as phonemes. So it's just chopped up words, all kind of mixed together.
Yeah.
And so we hear a lot of nonsense. And the idea is that as we play this back, if there are any actual forward words, uh, full words or sentences that come through, then we can assume that was spirit that came through. So it's going to be really hard to hear it in real time.
True.
So please keep that in mind, and I ask, please don't. And I know it's going to be hard not to, but please try not to get worried that he's not coming through, because there were some
Oh
phrases.
no. There were some phrases. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there were some that I thought that I heard. People who are watching, they are hearing certain words. Rebecca is saying that she thought she heard the word "dude" come through.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Cause, just because, no. Those are the words. Just because, dude. Yeah. That was his thing.
Okay. And ITC is saying that there are no words in the app, and that's 100% true. There are no words in this. So any words that we hear, it's safe to assume that is spirit that is coming through. In the past, I have joked about whenever we open up a doorway, that it's kind of like opening up the doors to a convenience store. You really have my opinion, no real harsh control over who comes in and who goes out. I could be wrong about that. But there's one voice in here that's kind of sticking out to me. again, it's that muffled, a little bit lower voice in the background, and I'm wondering if maybe that is him. And
I hope so.
I'm actually fairly surprised that the K2 meter is as quiet as it is right now. Um, but do I still? It's on. Um, so I can just hope that
It's
you know. So, um, so Cliff, do you have any final thoughts or questions for him that you think you may want to ask, or any final things that you think you may want to say?
Corey, if you can hear this, just know you will always be the hero that helped me that night, and you will always be remembered as my little brother, the warrior that lost the fight but still stood his ground, the fighter that thought he would end the battle with suicide was the end, or but he forgot he just gave it to someone else, the pain. So now I'm trying to be the strong one over here to bear with that pain. And I hope for him that that pain is gone and he found peace and closure and he found his rest, everything. So, yeah,
Cliff, allow me to ask you this, if I may. Do you forgive him?
I totally forgive him. I cannot be mad at him because of this, because it was his decision. It was his moment. He chose it. I can say like you're supposed not to be supposed doing that. It's not good, but he was in that moment, in that exact same moment. So yeah, no, I'm not mad at him because of this, but I'm really in fear now because I lost something that was the most trustful thing in my whole life. Was the only trustworthy face that I had in my life. And yeah, it hurts, but I really hope that he now can finally think and put all the puzzle pieces on a slow pace in his frame. And yeah, it's I'm just still in shock whenever I'm talking about this. It's just something that happened so unexpectedly because uh the day that I talked to him for the last is actually he was laughing and he was riding his golf cart on his work to putt to work on it, and a couple of days later I got the call. So yeah, I I just hope he found peace and now he is with the people that he really loves. And whatever happens, I know I'll be in his arms later this life. And that also something that's making me feel pretty resting. Like it just the feeling that I know that I'll join him there just makes me feel, good, real good about this situation, actually. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Um, Corey, buddy, if you're here with us, your brother Cliff is here, your stepmom is here. Um, we have people who are watching this who are who feel love and support for you. Did you did you hear Cliff? Okay, what just happened? Okay, there he is. All right.
I don't know what just happened. I'm
Okay.
so sorry, guys,
No,
but
no, no. You're fine. I just wanted to make sure because the session was it was starting to get a little heavy, and I just
I'm
wanted to make
sorry.
sure that no, you're fine. You're fine. Um, Corey, did you hear that Cliff forgives you and that he doesn't blame you?
Corey, just let me say this. No, you will always be the left side of my heart. Know that I always will forgive you for what you did. Know that I always will be here whenever you need me, even if it's in the afterlife. Just come through that portal and do something. Even with the day that you died, that you threw the paper over here, just do something. Even if you smack me on the back of my head, I don't give a shit. Just let me hear you. Just if I could turn it around, if I had a wish, uh, it should be me instead, because I'm the one that's ended up alone. No one to talk to. I'm home 24/7. Um, you were my gateway to talk, and just know whenever you're in a bad thinking or in a bad place, just please show yourself. Just do something. Just be there and let me hear you just for once. But it shouldn't be me instead.
Corey, we're going to start saying our goodbyes, okay? Is there anything that you would like to say to Cliff before we go? Corey, are you still here? Is there anything that you would, Corey, Corey Hogue, is there anything that you would like to say with no questions from us, but just willingly say on your own? Is Corey still here with us? Corey, when the day came that you left your body, were you able to cross over peacefully? Okay, so uh, just to let everyone know, I did switch back over to the HSB1 app, so we had a little more control over it. That voice that just came through sounded like that lower muffled voice that was coming through on the necrophonic. So, Corey, is that your voice that I heard? Can you repeat that? Okay. Okay. So, Cliff, it's at this point that we'll start bringing this to an end. Is there any last final things that you would like to say or ask?
Thank you so much for this moment. Personally, from the bottom of my heart, Phil, thank you so much for this moment. For real.
I've got you, buddy. I've got you. Don't go anywhere. Stay on with us. Okay?
That's all I can say. And for Corey, just little one, just know I love you so much. And I miss you so fucking much. It shouldn't be me instead. That's the only thing I can say. He was too young, too happy. He did what he loved.
Okay. Dear Heavenly God, I want to thank you again for this day. I want to thank you for this session, Corey. If you did come through and speak, I want to thank you. Please know that there is love here for you. Please know that there is support here for you. If there's any way that you can make your way over to
The
Cliff,
fuck?
let him know that you're here. That would be fantastic. I do ask for any of the souls and the spirits that are here to um, please do not stay here. Please do not attach. I ask, please go back through the gateways and the doorways which you came, and I please ask that those doorways and gateways please be closed. Corey, I wish you love. I wish you light. I wish you peace. And please know that you have friends here. Okay. Okay. Um, so Cliff, did something just happen now?
Literally, I got bothered by a fly, something white big, and I got everything close. So I'm wondering where the fly came from.
Um, okay, so Billy is saying that it went past the screen, so that's something that we'll be able to look into later on. I forgot I moved the camera down here. I have the K2 meter still on, just in case. Um, you know, Cliff, I don't want you, if at all possible, to feel as if you have to go through this on your own. I know that your mom is more than happy to talk to you anytime you want. Raphael, who's part of our group, he put in the message, and I can't agree with him more, that you have friends and you have a family here if you want it. Uh, any of us are more than happy to talk to you. I told you earlier, get a hold of me whenever you want. This isn't an easy thing to go through, and it's almost impossible to go through by yourself. And you shouldn't have to go through this alone. You shouldn't have to go through this by yourself. Um,
My TV just went on.
oh, really?
I literally got my TV just flickered on and off. I got the remotes over here.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Hey, Corey, are you with Cliff right now? Is there a way that you can show us? Cindy, are you with Cliff? Hey, Shams, thank you so much. Um, Shams is definitely a friend of ours, and Shams, thank you so much. We absolutely love you. Oh, and looks like Cliff is gone again. Uh, Billy Bones, I agree with that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Hey, Cliff.
I don't know what's wrong now. My phone's got problems.
You
It's
know,
shutting off automatically and shutting out the internet connection and everything.
I can't tell you how many times, and for those who have watched this channel for some time, I can't tell you how many times we've had electrical problems, power problems, um, cameras that their batteries were fully charged, and then by the time it came time to film something, they were all drained. So I get it. I get it. And it was mentioned in the chat that your level of emotion, it could be drawing him to you.
Yeah, because the TV just suddenly went on and just flickered once, like it's shown uh, that it doesn't had a channel on, that whenever you need to put a channel on the TV, it says like no channel has been found or anything. That showed like a millisecond and the TV just went fully black again, but I got the remotes over there on the table.
Did it when it flickered? Was it just static?
It literally just shown the screen pop up, then it just shown like the little pictogram for saying like uh, we don't got a channel for this channel thing, and then it just shot it off again. So I really don't know what was that.
Okay, all right. Um, Cliff, I want to invite you. I don't know how you would feel about this, and it's something that privately I can kind of walk you through on how to use. But if you think you might want to try something like what we did tonight, I can show you the app to get and how to go through a session, and and how to
With
do it safely.
necrophonic
Well, necrophonic
phonic
is
type.
one. The one
No.
the one that I would recommend is the HSB1 app.
Okay.
It
Because yeah, I would love to use that in order to try to contact him.
This is, just to let you know, this is right here
Yeah.
what it looks like. So
Why did that thing just spoke?
it spikes because of the whenever you
Oh,
operate an app
okay.
right next to the phone. Uh,
Understandable, yeah.
yeah, so I try to keep the phone away from it.
Electronic magnetic field.
Exactly. And well, now it's going to prove me a liar, not. But here, if I turn on, well, all right, again, proving me a liar. Normally, there we go. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. But if that is something that you think you may want to do, that's one that I would recommend. And again, I can walk you through it. I can kind of show you how the app works, and you can record your session, and then you can play it back, and you can listen to it, and you'll be able to hear whether or not you had a response come through.
Electronic voice phenomenon.
Yeah,
EVP.
exactly.
Nice. Yeah, that's something I love. It's you get the greatest answers out of that EVP.
I'm always happy anytime I get an answer because you never know. But in that session in particular, there were 3 or 4 times that I thought something very specific had come through, and I was pleased about that. Um, Cliff, I cannot express enough that you have a family with us, that you have friends with us. Reach out to us, reach out to me if you want. You are more than welcome to join our little family.
Thank
Uh,
you.
you know, please don't feel like you have to go this alone. Okay.
Thank you.
So, do we
It
have,
really brings me tears in my eyes, but thank you.
well, your situation is one that, some of us have dealt with and we understand it. And, I personally know what it's like to feel alone, and it's a horrible feeling, and it's something you shouldn't have to do. So,
Thanks, horror.
know that all of us are giving you a big hug, and you're in our prayers and you're in our thoughts. Is there anybody who's watching who would like to leave any final?
All those nice comments. Thanks. It just means really a lot.
Well, it means a lot to us for you being willing to do this. It's been asked on a few occasions if this session is going to be edited down. Yes, I am going to go through this, and Cliff and I spoke about this earlier. I am going to go through this. I'm going to listen to any responses that came through, and I'll put them up on the screen. What I think I hear, and so look for that coming up. Okay, guys.
From the day that I saw the video, nothing else, just kept everything under my eye. Like when it's gonna happen, something new.
Well, you know, Cliff, let me share something with you that I hope is not inappropriate or viewed as being inappropriate. It is strictly my view on the topic of the existence after we've left our body. I have said for a while that I feel like a person is made up of 2 different components. We have our physical body, and then there's the electrical component. The physical body, it can wear out and it can die.
Yeah.
So, science, thermodynamics tells us that energy doesn't die. It changes form and it moves on. And there's studies by top universities right now. In fact, the University of Edinburgh is one of them that is looking into consciousness being energy. So, the body may not be there, but that which makes you who you are continues to exist. And that's what I think is going on with Corey. And so that's what we try to reach out to. That's what we try to communicate with.
Yeah.
That's what we try to tap into. And I think that you were extremely tapped into that this evening. And I have absolutely no doubt that responses came through. In fact, let me kind of ask you and the group here, when I go through this and I edit this, do you guys want me to, anytime I think I hear a direct response to a question, do you want me to kind of isolate it and slow it down?
Yeah, sure. Can do that if you want.
Sometimes people find it a little bit easier to hear if I do that. What I can do actually is I can have the original playthrough and then kind of do a quick replay with it slowed down. So, hey, Lucas, for real, how are you?
Hey, Lucas, that's a known person by me. That's a Dutch person.
Oh, okay. All
He's a,
right.
g- he's a playing gaming friend of mine on the Xbox. I told some friends that I'm gonna do this session tonight in order to contact my brother.
Okay. Okay. Um, okay, so everyone is saying, yeah, they'd like to have it slowed down. So, question to the group: do you listen to the session? You heard what was coming through. Do any of you feel as if Cliff was able to get some direct responses to any of his questions?
I love you too, Mom.
And I think it's great that you have friends that are showing up and support for this.
Yeah, Raphael, he's for real.
Raphael has a unique sense of humor that sometimes doesn't read quite well through messaging.
Every energy is welcome.
Yeah.
No, but for real, guys, you're great. You're really great. Thank you so much for this. You really don't have half of the meaning what this means for me. Like,
If this was able, even just talking about this out loud, if this, what we did tonight, if it allowed you to purge some of that emotion, to get some of those feelings out, um, hopefully, that alone will help your healing process. Um, tell you what, when I am done with this, usually what happens is the the private YouTube channel members and our Patreon members get an early view of the video that's coming up. I will send you a link as well. That way you can have an early view of it.
thank you.
And sure. And because I said in the very beginning that I thought this was an important session, and I still feel that. So you have a lot of love, you have a lot of support for you. Please don't feel like you can't reach out to any one of us.
Thank you.
Please, you have friends across the globe right now. All right.
I made a new family.
Absolutely, you did. Even our nutty Australian has offered for you to to be part of us. So please know that is there for you. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you a lot.
You are welcome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to shut this down. And so for all of you who tuned in, who stayed tuned in through this, I want to thank you so much, Cliff, buddy. Again, thank you so much for being willing to.
Thanks, for real. Thank you.
No, it's again much love to you, my friend. For those of you who are watching, do you have any final words or questions that you would like to throw out before we call this to a close?
Wacky family. That's something I need to be part of.
Well, you're adopted, my man. So, and
I'll function as a chair, something in the family.
yeah, well, a few of our chair's legs are a little crooked and broken.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be the new stool.
And Raphael's
Hey,
actually
keep your eyes out for more activity. Exactly.
exactly.
That's what I'm doing. I'm fully eyes open.
And do me a favor as well. Pay attention to your dreams for the next couple of nights. I'd say for the next 3 nights. A lot of times, once we go into our sleep modes, especially the theta brain waves, that's usually the area where some of this activity and messages can come through. So just pay attention to your dreams for the next couple of nights and see if any dreams seem a little more real, if you maybe actually hear any voices come through. Just kind of keep an eye out for that, so to speak.
Okay. I will.
So, okay. All right. Cliff, you have my information. Please feel free to get a hold of me. Everybody else, thank you so much for being a part of this night. I want to thank you. Thank you for coming back to my first live in quite a while. And so, Cliff, buddy, have a great night. Everybody
Thanks.
else, have a great one. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.